Okay. Good morning, and if you are watching me, this is Yinka Adeshola. This morning, well, you can see behind me, I'm in my compound, my mini garden that I'm creating. Now, you see, if you're close to the government, please supposed to tell them that we need machineries. Tractors alone is not the machineries we need. You see, when in my community now, if I want to get tractor, I'll get tractor. You see, as in, I'll pay for the tractor. Maybe tractor is right, they're considering 15,000. I don't mind how much it is. I will pay for the tractor. But if you use the tractor to plow, to till the soils and everything, what about this planting? What about this wetting? What about the other machinery things that you use abroad? If they are using their tractors, there are something we call tractors attachments. You see, when I say attachment, it means you can attach. There's a tractor. Tractor is just a machine. Tractor alone cannot do anything for you on the farm. So if you have a tractor, then there's need to be a plow. That's a plow is the one that turns the soil. After the plow, there's supposed to be a bed maker, the one that will make the beds, that will make the ridges. There are different types of beds. There are different types of ridges. And when you talk of different types of ridges, we are talking of, okay, there's the one that is flat bed, there's the raised bed, there's the hips. There are different types. So attachments are in three parts. So are in different parts. I've just mentioned three for the bed making, for the raised bed, for the hips making, and for the normal plowing. Then outside that again, you need to plant. We plant manually. Now we are not getting laborers. See, you know why everybody is working and worried about getting laborers? Even if you plow your farm, who will plant for you? So we need planter to be attached, and the planter to meet the right size. Let me say this: all the equipment we have right now in Nigeria, the tractors attachment we have, are not really useful to farmers, are not useful to the system we're using. Maize is supposed to be planted at 25 meter, 30 meter. I'm not even talking of vegetables now. I'm talking of general farming. If my maize is supposed to be planted at 25 meter, 30 meter, where's the planter? Most tractors, we have plenty tractors in my community here, but we don't have planters. We don't have sprayer that will spray it. We don't have a lot of things. So it's really that is why we are dependent on laborers from foreign countries. All these works are manual, tedious work. This morning now I've been trying to make a nursery bed. I've been trying to prepare a sack farm. It's been tedious. There are boys roaming around, roaming the street, but because the work is tedious, they don't want to do that. And when we blame them, they don't want. Nobody want to do that again. Advanced countries have gone. So we need machineries on the farm. If you really want, if the government, see, there's something I also tell people: if a government can decide to get a machinery for a particular place, look for a farm like the Okoyegun area is a major farm settlement, as in hardly will you move 10 kilometers. What is even 10 kilometers? My place to the next village is about 2 kilometers to the next, and everybody is a farmer. 90-something% of everyone here are farmers that have a farm. Now, instead of the farmer using hand to till this thing, if a government or a private body, but like I said, if it's going to be a private body, it's expensive. I just have to be sincere with you. If you are buying a tractor right now, a land is about 14 million. Now, you are not going to just buy. If you buy the tractor alone, you've not done anything because it's still useless. So it's when you buy the tractor, there are attachments you need to buy. For instance, the only attachment that is present right now in the community, in most rural community, is just the plow. And after plowing, there are plenty works that the farmer needs to do that needs equipment. One, if you finish plowing, let me tell you the system of planting. If you finish plowing, you need to make beds, as in make ridges. So if you are making ridges, you raise the bed up. There are different types of ridges. So there's an attachment that do that. You wonder, these Oyibo people, these white people, they have all those machineries. They have all the attachment. They are not using hand to till. So why can't we have those little things around there? Now, I know people will say farmers should form cooperative, farmers should form this. Let me give you an instance. This last year, there was drought, there was a lot of climatic change. We lost a lot of things on the farm. So where do you expect farmers to get this money to contribute? Instead of government saying they send some people for training or whatever, let them buy equipment and keep in rural side. You see, the other time there was excavator and other things. We make use of it. Or government itself buy the equipment and lease to farmers. We are ready to pay. Farmers will pay for it. The way the things are going this year, there will be massive food. I know you may not believe me. Now everything is getting expensive. The rain is not certain. We are not even talking of irrigation yet. You can imagine that. So, and we don't even have farm workers. Like for me and so many other farmers, we don't have farm workers. I told you we have to contribute just recently to go and search for farm workers. And, you know, you can imagine what that means. We are still waiting for response from other countries. Whereas Nigeria is 200 million population. with the highest rate of unemployment. It's really, I don't even know the word to use for it. So if care is not taken, and if you are watching me, I think you should start planting something at the back of your house. Honestly, you should start planting something. You should start investing something at the back of your house. Or else, at the end of the day, you are not going to get, you know, the food. I know people will say, see, food are coming down now because the companies are filled up, and like I told you, farmers don't have storage system. But like I told you, my team work on our own storage system. So there's a lot of challenge. There's a lot of things discouraging people from coming to the farm. A lot of things. And if you are not very careful, you just rush in and rush out. But does that mean farm is not profitable? No, it is profitable. When you have the right techniques, the right things, the right materials, and everything, like I said, we need machineries. We actually need machineries. Without machineries, see, Egypt, I was reading something this morning. Israel have 20% land mass. 20% of their land mass is good for cultivation of crops, but they produce for 90-something%. In Nigeria, we have 85% of our land mass is useful. It can be used to cultivate, yet we could not feed ourselves. Why? Because of one, technical knowledge, two, machineries. How do you expect me to keep? See, this morning I've been tilling, see my hand. I've been using hand to do all this, but how many can I do? Right now, I've been here for like maybe almost 2 hours trying to prepare my sack farm, and I do other things. But you find out that now the 3 hours or 2 hours I've spent there is amounting to nothing because I cannot cover much. But let's assume it's a machine that come now and did go within that 3 hours, it will have produced for 100 people. But now I can only produce for maybe only my mouth. So we need machineries. I don't know. I don't even understand. I don't know. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes you just feel okay. A lot of people will not be on the farm if they have other alternative. I'm being sincere with you. If they have other alternative, they will not be right here. They will not be on the farm because it's not encouraging, especially for farmers. It's not really encouraging. We talk of marketing again. Okay, even if you cannot get machineries for us, why don't you work on marketing? Let's have a fixed price. Let's have a fixed price of selling things, and the farmer will know, okay, if I spend this is what I'm betting. But no, it's not there. Farming, to be candid, Nigerian farming system is not encouraging. Okay.